back out at Gully. Might have been able to see those kangaroos. Going to try something a little bit different today. I'm going to get my Equinox 800. I've put the little 6-inch coil on it, and I'm just going to go along the creek and just see if I can pick up. I'm not expecting to pick up gold. I'm more just going to try and see if I can pick some lead shots up, and that way, if there's lead, there's a possibility of finding some gold. We'll see how we go. Okay, this is Long Gully Road. I believe this is the only section that you're allowed to prospect in this part of the reserve. I'm up at Bakehouse Road, and I believe the reserve heading towards Boomers is off limits, so it's only this bit here. I'll take us down. The creek runs along this road pretty much. It's a matter of you don't want to be blocking the road, so you're looking for little spots like that to be able to pull off the side of the road so people can still get through, and trucks. Make sure there's enough room there for trucks. Don't go pulling into people's driveways and blocking their driveways. There's a few spots. I'll sort of point them out as we go along. This is now sort of heading out for me anyway. The direction I come in, this is heading out of the area. Down ahead there's some rocks, hopefully around one of these corners. You'll be able to see. You can sort of pull off there and park. Like, it's a pretty narrow road. It's only, you might get 2 cars through here, but they'll be right up against each side. And the creek's running all the way along here, just down to the right. It's dry. There's a couple of little patches, but this whole area, as you drive along here, you can see that this whole area down at the creek has been worked. It's so this is the first spot, just here where these rocks are. You can pull off there, get off the road, and that way and walk down to the creek. There's some more rocks here. You can park along there as well. I haven't really been up this far. I've only stuck down at the area where I was today. Obviously one day I'll decide just to come here, not do any prospecting, and just walk the whole length. Maybe drop a few pins of areas that look interesting, and then come back on different days and just work those little areas. There's another little sort of spot just up ahead here where you could park. Just got to make sure you're right off this road. Not too far down here is where I was. There's some more rocks here. You can pull off probably there and park. Don't want to get too close to the edge, obviously. Don't want to end up down the bank. Yeah, just down here is where I was. Just right here. It's probably the biggest bit where you could park. You could probably get a couple of cars in there. There's another spot just down a little bit further. You could probably park right there, right up against the tree. One more right here. Might get a couple of cars in there. Only seen a couple of guys. I've been here about 3 or 4 times, and first time I come down there was a couple of fellas here. The second time there was one bloke, and yesterday when I was here I ended up meeting a guy from the US. Okay, so this is the reserve. This is the sign for the reserve. Obviously you can check it out with Parks Victoria, but I believe this is the only place where you can prospect around here. I don't even believe you're allowed to go down past here. If you are going to come here when it's dry, go slowly. There's a few of these signs. Obviously people live here, so got to respect that they live here and don't want to create too much dust. And yeah, that's Long Gully, so that gives you a few ideas of where you can park if you end up coming down. And yeah, that's it. Okay, come across my first target. It's here on the bedrock. I'll have a little scratch, see if it is anything. If it is, I'll continue on. Okay, I've had a little scratch just here. I've got it in the scoop. I just got some water from just down here. Luckily enough, there was some water here. Don't know what it is. Put that in the pan. Don't know if it's gold. We will soon find out. Needed to give it a bit of a clean. Now, I reckon that's my target right there. I'll just drop it back into the scoop. Actually, I don't think that's it. I think that's it. Okay, so I believe I'm going to get a signal right there. I think that's a bit of lead. No? Okay. Might be that. Certainly is. Oh. It's just a bit of lead. But if that was gold, you can see it's only small. If that was a piece of gold, the Equinox would have picked it up, which is a good sign. I'll keep going. So, okay, got a few more signals with the detector. Just been getting little bits of lead. And what I've done is I've just dug a bucket again, just from up where I went, not as far as last time, but just up probably maybe at 50 odd meters. Just dug a little area, got a bucket full of ground where I was getting a signal. Just back in the same little bit where this bedrock shelf is. I'm going to pan this bucket out and hopefully get a bit more colour today. I know I said I wasn't going to come, but I know Long Gully, it's a bit tricky. but there is gold here, and that's why I brought the detector, just to help me along a bit. Yesterday I was just sort of going blind, walking into a new area. Today I've normally prospected just around here, and I haven't been up towards this end of the creek. I'll see how I go. As I said, I'll pan that out, hopefully do it quickly before the rain sets in. My kookaburra's not here today. I haven't seen him or her. Might turn up once I start panning. And I'll reveal each pan as I go along. Okay, the first pan didn't have anything. The second pan, yeah, there's a couple little bits there. There's another bit just in there. I've got about a third of a bucket. That'll be the last pan. Hopefully it's a bit better than that one, but we'll see in the end. Okay, I panned all that dirt out. Didn't really get much more. As I was panning, I was just panning over here. Ended up stepping on this bedrock just here. It sort of shattered, like as you can see, like even over here. The bedrock's just fractured, you can just lift it out. That all cracked, and I went, okay, that's running across the creek, I might give that a go. So I've cleaned that out just in there. Just that little section just there. Not a lot. And surprisingly, got a few little bits. Now the specs that I got earlier on are there as well. See if this thing focuses. Sometimes if I put my finger there, it might help. I'll go in and out a few times and just see if I can get it to focus. It doesn't want to play today. Let's see. Maybe that's a bit better. Why that should be better, I don't know. That's like long distance. So yeah, might pay to have a look at some of these cracks in the bedrock. I don't know, I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 16, 18, maybe about 20 bits there. So that's not a bad day. Especially for a place I don't really know. Might have to have a look on some of the forums and see if there's some information about Long Gully, and if people are sort of maybe revealing a little bit more about where they're finding stuff. I don't mind revealing where I go. It's not my creek. It's here for everyone. I couldn't, if I spent the rest of my life just in this one place, I couldn't mine at all. So I just like to show people where I go, what I do, maybe get some people's interest into maybe coming out and just going, right, you know, I've only been doing this for roughly about 6 months. I only bought a metal detector last July, and that was really I initially wanted to go out and realised that, you know, driving 2 or 3 hours to the goldfields every weekend was not something I could do. So I got a relic detector, which is the Equinox 800, and just go to local parks and bits and pieces and get coins. That's pretty much now paid for itself doing that. Do it before work for a bit of fun. You never know what you find plenty of strange and unusual things. I've put a few videos up on here about that sort of stuff. Occasionally the kids come and do it. But it's all fun. Hope you enjoyed my little video for today. And it's Friday, so definitely tomorrow is Saturday, and definitely tomorrow is El Dorado. So might end up putting something up by Sunday, maybe Saturday night. We'll see how we go. And yeah, hopefully we'll get there tomorrow and get on to a lot more colour than this. It's going to be very fine, but hopefully it should be a lot more than what we're seeing today. Till next time, see you all later.